We are back with a brand new video. What is good, Heat Nation? In today's video, we're going to be talking about and discussing the possibilities of the Miami Heat going up 3-1 against the New York Knicks tomorrow, as well as, the possibilities of them making it to the Eastern Conference Finals as soon as possible. Make sure y'all drop a like, subscribe if you guys are new, comment down below your thoughts. Let's get right into it, man. So, as we all know, the Miami Heat have taken a 2-1 lead over the Milwaukee Bucks, the New York Knicks, and they do have a really good chance to seize control of this series and potentially end it. I know we have to win 4 games, but if you go up 3-1, you probably 99% of the chance you do not lose the series. So going up 3-1 can really secure our spot in the next round, because I don't really think we're the team to blow a 3-1 lead. So game 4 is extremely pivotal and crucial for that matter. There are a couple of things that I do want to touch on, man. Obviously, some observations that I saw from Game 3. The defense in Game 3 was absolutely immaculate, man. It was crazy. The Heat held the Knicks to under 90 points at home. That is nuts. The fact that they held the Knicks to under 90 is crazy. And yeah, you do have to give it up to the Heat for their defense. 86 points. Nobody really on the Knicks went off. Brunson had 20, and that's about it. Randall was kept in check. Barrett was kept in check. Josh Hart did his thing, and so did Quickly off the bench. But apart from that, nobody really stepped up for the Knicks, and the Heat kind of had contributions everywhere. Jimmy had 28, Bam had 17, Strus had 19, Lowry had 14. We had a lot of guys who really helped us seal that victory for us in Game 3. Adjustments that Spo made, obviously this has been well noted on Twitter, but putting Jimmy back on Barrett and putting Vincent on Brunson, where Jimmy can kind of help and kind of play free safety if he needs to, and shut off the driving lanes for Brunson if he beats Vincent. And Gabe did an extremely good job on Brunson in that game. Obviously, Bam was checking Randall, he kind of held him in check, and Kevin Love did a really good job on Mitchell Robinson, boxing him out. And we out-rebounded the Knicks in the last game, and Love deserves a lot of credit for his 9 rebounds. Bam's 12 rebounds. Both of them did an extremely good job boxing out Mitchell Robinson as well as Julius Randle. Mitchell Robinson only had 5 rebounds, and he's been the best offensive rebounder besides Kevon Looney in these playoffs. So you got to give the Heat a lot of credit. Off the bench, we've had a lot of contributions Kyle, Caleb, Duncan Robinson, Haywood Highsmith, even Cody Zeller. Shout out to Cody bringing some intensity to this team, man. That scuffle. That's what this team is about, and you love to see that they're playing hard and physical. And obviously there was nothing to it. It was just they were just tussling, and Randall got shoved to the ground, whatever. But yeah, Cody Zeller with this 6 and 6 off the bench, and the pick and roll with him and Kyle was extremely unique and nice to see. Yeah, the bench has been the biggest surprise to me, because the Knicks bench was supposed to be the strength going into the series, but the Heat bench has actually been better all games than the Knicks bench. Lowry has been extremely good for the Heat off the bench, kind of being the quarterback off the bench, and with his 14 and 4 and 3. And then obviously Caleb has been really good in the series, and he only had 3 points in the last game, but the game before that he had 22, and the game before that he also had a really good impact. And then Duncan and Haywood Highsmith are kind of threats on the floor at all times because of their spacing. So the bench has been an extremely positive factor for the Heat in this series. Obviously, Jimmy came back. He did not look rusty at all. His ankle was fine. He did tweak it a little bit, but I think he's fine. He'll be good for Game 4, obviously. For the Knicks, Quickly is, I think, questionable with an ankle injury. He also sprained his ankle. A lot of sprained ankles going around. Hopefully he's okay. And then obviously Brunson and Randall both have their niggling injuries over there. But I do think you got to give the Heat a lot of credit, man, for the way they stifled the Knicks defensively. The Knicks could not get into any of their actions whatsoever, because every time there was a Heat player, crowding them. And yeah, Miami deserves a ton of credit because of that. I can't even lie. Brunson was kind of held in, check the whole. I know he had 20, but it was a very hard fought, tough to get 20. It was not easy. Barrett and Randall were absolutely terrible for the Knicks. The Heat did an extremely good job on Randall. And even though he had the bad game, I think stopping Brunson was the bigger key, because Brunson, like I said, he is the guy that gets the Knicks going in a lot of these situations, man. You live with guys like Josh Hart and Grimes and Quickly and Toppin, these guys trying to beat you, but the Brunsons and the Barretts and the Randalls, you got to make sure you shut those guys off. And in game 2 they combined for like 80 plus points. In game 3 they only combined for like 44, which is like half of basically what they combined for in game 3. Like in game 2, like that's crazy. That's crazy good defense by the Heat, man. And yeah, we're gonna need a lot more of that in game 4. Now game 4 is gonna be crucial. It's at home. We're gonna have to take care of home court, make sure that we try to go up 3-1, because if we go up 3-1, the series is a wrap. I already think we're gonna beat the Knicks anyway, but like I want to do it as quickly as possible, especially with the Celtics series going into 6 games minimum. That series is 2-2, so if we can beat the Knicks and take care of them as fast as possible, we can kind of like be resting a little bit until we have to play the Boston in the Eastern Conference Finals, or Philly in the Eastern Conference Finals. That series is really good. Obviously, we're going to be paying attention to that because, whoever wins this one, which I think will be us, is probably going to be is definitely going to be playing the winner of that series. And I think it's going to be Boston still. I'm not sure if Philly can beat Boston in a series, but Philly's making it really interesting, man. I really thought Boston would take a 3-1 lead today, but Philly came back and Harden had a really good game. So that series is going to be really, really close. And hopefully, that goes 7 games so the Heat have extra rest. But coming back to Miami, game 4, we want to see similar things. Bam, I thought, had a really good game defensively, man. He was all over the place. You need to have that same impact and energy from Bam. Strus was shooting the ball extremely well. That's a really good, sight. Strus hadn't been shooting the ball that well all playoffs. But he had a really, really good game. And, you do want to see the shots, to fall at some point. Now, we've been winning games without the shots falling, which is a really good sign. But at some point, we do know the shots are going to start falling. Like, we only shot like 1% more from 3 than they did. They shot 20, we shot 21. So like the 3-point shooting was kind of off for both teams, and we weren't really that good from the field either. Now we did have like more free throws, but it wasn't even by like a ton. Like they shot 22, we shot 31. That's only 9 free throws difference, and we won by like 20. So we out rebounded them, had more assists. Turnovers were the same, but we had more points in the paint. And yeah, man, I think that was a big difference. The points in the paint and the rebounds, as well as the fact that we limited their 3-point shooting to 20%, as well as took care of protecting the paint, which is, if you do both of those things, you're gonna have a really good chance to win. But that's the breakdown. Hopefully we come out game 4 aggressive, hungry. We can't take our foot off the gas pedal. The Knicks could easily make it 2-2 if we do that. So we want to make sure it's 3-1 though, so we don't have to go back to New York with it being tied. But I'll see y'all later as always, man. Have a nice day.